All right, guys, what we're looking at here today is a massive PA system set up here. And I'm going to show you how you can control the levels of your headrush coming out of the floor wedges or coming out of the mains. And it's coming up right now. All right, guys, I am Dr. McFarland. Hello. And what we're going to do is take a look at the headrush. And I do have some custom passive speakers set up here on the floor with a QSC power amp. And what that is doing is powering passive speakers. So unlike the Headrush FR speakers, if you have a passive speaker and you plug something into it, the sound isn't magically going to start coming out. You have to have a power amp, okay? Same thing applies with any guitar signal chain. You have to have a guitar, you have to have a preamplifier, you have to have a power amp, and then you have to have the speaker. If you don't have any one of those three elements, then your sound is not going to be what you want. So, I do have one single FR speaker acting as the main, and then the custom speakers down here are acting as the floor wedges on stage. So what we're going to look at here is the global settings. You can see that we have an XLR out, and we also have an amp line out. Now, this is also the section where you can adjust the EQ for different outputs of the headrush. But for now, we're just going to show how you can change the levels of how much signal you're sending to the front of house versus how much signal you're going to the floor wedges. Now, each setup is going to be slightly different. So if you're at the mercy of the sound engineer and you're simply just taking an XLR output or a 1/4 inch output to the mixing board, they're able to send you back your signal through the floor monitors at any level that you tell them to. So say, hey, I'm not really hearing myself. Can you send more level to the monitors? And they can be like, yeah, sure, we can do that. But in this situation, I'm actually connected straight to the floor wedges here via the inputs of the power amp, which is the QSC power amp over there. Okay. So I'm able to take the XLRs, which is going to the power amp, and I can turn that volume. Now, if I set it to be off, it's going to bypass any settings I have right here. It's just going to send the full volume that I have. But for right now, I'm only going to be hearing the signal coming out of the FR speaker. All right, so if I have both of these off, regardless of what level I have that set at, is actually going to bypass all those settings. So I'm actually getting full volume from the custom passive floor wedges here and also the Headrush speaker above. Okay, and with the magic of editing, I'm going to show you now what the passive speakers sound like. And then this is what the Headrush FR main front of house speaker sounds like. I think both speakers sound great. I mean, these passive speakers sound really good, shooting back at me on stage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bypass the front of house speaker. Alright, now I'm going to turn the amp line off so that way I'm getting this full signal. The XLR on so that way you can see the levels turn all the way down. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes for now. So now I'm only going to hear the FR speaker and the passive speakers are going to be bypassed. right, cool. So that way I can send either full signal or I can send no signal. So now I'm going to have them both on, and when I play, they're still coming out a little bit, but the signal is very, very low. Let me see how low this is. So you can only turn it down to 24. So negative 24 dB is not going to be a zero signal. You're still going to get something, but it's just going to be very, very low. So right now what we can do is let's get our main speaker sounding how it should in the house. So I'm going to take the amp line out and that off. So that way we're getting full signal. Okay. And now I'm going to slowly raise the level of the XLR. So that way I can hear it coming out of the passive speakers. I have here. I have my Saldano rig with a slow clean, slow drive, slow lead, and then slow swell. I do have the stereo delay going on in here, and it's just at the core note, so I can hear it bouncing back and forth in the passive speakers, and it sounds really cool. Now you could just as easily make the passive speakers be the mains and have a stereo Headrush FR speaker set up on the floor. You can do the exact same thing. It doesn't matter which way you have it. That's just how I have it set up right now. So alright guys, so that's how you set up different levels going to the front of house and also the passive speakers. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And click on the little bell icon so you'll be notified the next time I release a new video. So I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking. Hey, wait a second. Before you go, be sure to check out the description down below. There's a lot of really cool links. And definitely be sure to check out my website, drmcfarlandstudios.com. See ya.